Welcome back to Old Guy Plays 1969 for some more City Skylines 1, a slower paced city build here with episode 30, Senior Citizen City. And I got a feeling that this will probably be the last one in this series to wrap it up at a nice number. Then maybe we'll come back and revisit this, maybe once a month. Because eventually I did want to unlock all the tiles. And I also wanted to make sure I got down all the assets, which I've pretty much done. But in the same sense, though, we haven't reached the last milestone, which is Metropolis and Megapolis. I'd like us to at least maybe try to get to Metropolis. I mean, I guess we're getting there. We're getting some gridlock down here, but yeah, we'll build on it today. See if we can get a little bit more built out. See if anything else will spring up at us. I mean, we got 5 mil in the bank. Our industries are doing okay. I'm not really seeing any industry except for this one over here that's suffering a little bit. It's got no metals. Produced by ore grinding mills and rotary kiln plants. Let's have a look. What is under that? Drilling rig. Electrolysis, petrochemical. Waste oil refining plant. Cracker plant. So to produce goods special to the petroleum industry. Not sure what that is. Crude oil tanks. I don't even know if we even have one of these over here. Crude oil storage cavern. Yeah, I didn't see the thing that they were talking about, unless it's under unique factories or something. Clothing and lemonade factories, soft paper, petroleum refinery. Shipyard, car factory. Yeah, I'm not seeing what they're mentioning over there as far as the services go. Maybe that's because I don't have an ore industry, and maybe that is produced by ore. I mean, do we have, question, do we have any ore on the map? Let's have a look at our minerals. This map does have ore, but it's way over here. Yeah, it's outside of our boundary. Really be able to do anything with. So I guess that plant's gonna suffer for a while. Much really we can do about it. But it's showing a garbage pile up, but everybody's parking on the street. I still think I got too many cars going, and maybe we don't have enough transit. I mean, we got other modes of transportation that people are not taking. They're using their own cars. So, I mean, really, what else can you do? You know, busing being the main thing, I guess. Don't really have any bus routes in here, in around these sections. And would that help? I don't know. I mean, maybe something that connects this line to these lines, maybe? So that you could get around by bus. Ships, airport, taxi, and tours. I wonder, now that we're making a ton of money, what would happen if we invoked a policy to make transit free? Because if we made transit free, then maybe everybody would take transit and not clog up the roadways, because they wouldn't have to pay for it then. See if we can find it. Services. Free public transport. Let's invoke that one citywide, and maybe that will encourage people to use the transport system. I want to have a little go through the city. Maybe we'll follow a police car. See where he's going. Traffic's not really listening. I mean, he's got his siren going and they're just ignoring him. Let's have a look, see what the city looks like at night while this officer tries to get to the scene of the crime. We just drove right through a tram. Guess he doesn't care about the people inside. He's traveling halfway across town to do something. The crime is in there. Okay. All right. Let us turn off the day-night cycle. Let's go back to day. Daytime, friends, and nighttime. Anyway. Okay. I think we could zone, and this is commercial. I think we could build this area out more. So let's put some high res in here. Actually, stop what you're building. Let's go to this. Put you halfway down this way. All right, I gotta stop what you're doing here, because we need to put office buildings in along here, dampen the noise of that big commercial area I put in. No. I don't know if I really should do this, but I'll put some more commercial on that side. It should take care of some of the demand. So what else could we build in the meantime? So our healthcare looks good all across the city, I think. Well, maybe not so good down here. We don't really have a healthcare center down here. So I guess we could, what, a nice little two-way road, and since this is an intersection already, let's put a little strip of road in there and then just put a small clinic right here on the corner. That ought to solve that problem. Not that it was a problem, but just to solve things a little bit more. I'm just wondering what else really we could get away with doing. None of the trains are really transport trains. Our space system doesn't look like it has a rocket to shoot off, so. Oh, Heavy Bird 1 is the rocket name. Oh, they're in construction phase. You get the big red missile, I guess. So that actually eventually will shoot a rocket off into space. That's cool. I didn't know it did that. That is neat. Okay, I kind of think we should do something with this. Just checking our school availability. It all looks pretty good. Public libraries is low. And I've kind of struggled with that, but as far as I can tell now, people can correct me if I'm wrong, the only public library that the game seems to have is this one here. Definitely put one in there. No public library system down here. Don't really want to put a library right in the middle of our timber industry. Could plop it in there, but I'm going to blow out some homes doing that. Put it along here. That road's bad enough for traffic already. I say we leave that alone. Like I said, I'm not really seeing any other forms of transportation. I mean, did we increase the vehicles? And the people that are waiting at that stop. Up to 100%. $211 passengers. This is the one going to the beach. It only has 30 passenger capacity buses. Up that to a 75 capacity bus. That might help a little bit as well. I mean, the pops are still doing well. I mean, they're still going up. Little sip of coffee. The problem with some of these, they're huge assets. Another sports arena over here might be nice. Have to put it on a wide enough road, though, I think. Just need something with enough lanes. 2-lane road with bicycle. Four-lane industry road. There's so many lovely roads to choose from. There's a nice fort. That's what this should kind of have. So let's put a cross section, I think. I get that at a 90? Well, I can get it at an 88 degree angle. Do a 90 out from this one. This new stadium in here, and get the, where's that? Parking lot parks. Arcade. Across the street from it. Need water in here. Also need power in here too. Alright, well that's another asset down. It's a soccer stadium. Sports arena. Yeah, let's have a quick look. We do have a bus that goes right by this. Right at stop. And to stop both of those buses. Nice, very nice. Okay. chirper balloons. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Balloon tours. I mean, I do want to start the airport too, because it would be nice to see planes coming, but it's like we're kind of running out of areas to put stuff, you know? I don't know. Did the free transport help with anything? Doesn't really look like it. These guys are heading to the game booth. So these guys are heading. Oh, they're going all the way down to this corner to get into here. So they're way over here. Aha! So I think we see a culprit, because everybody's taking this road. So we really could have another road over here, and it connects these two. And maybe I didn't do it because I was fearful that it would interfere with those power lines. Let's see, curved road. And at this point, I don't care if it takes out the power lines. Let's take them out. Let's go straight. Now, let's just see if that's really going to affect anything power-wise. Not going to here. It's got power all on the grid here. Don't need these lines anymore. We might be able to get away with, in case we had a storm or something, just a redundant line going this way. To give us some connectivity, but I don't think we need those lines anymore. So there, now we have another alternate route, so everybody doesn't need to be on this road here. And I did take off all the traffic along here, didn't I? Yes, I did. Yeah, what about back here? Eliminate the traffic lights over here. No, we got traffic lights here, so let's get those off. Off there and there, and also remove them there. Remove them down here, and here, and here. Try to get the traffic flowing along that main route. See what that does to us. Okay, this is saying water availability is getting tight. So we need another pumping station. Where's our water currently being pumped? Probably way to hell over here, isn't it? All the city's water being pumped from over here, and pumped out over here. Oh, I guess more is going to be pumped out of here. That's just how it goes. Up two more down. And there we go. More water being sucked out of there. Those guys are going to a fire somewhere. Yeah, probably that center strip again. That seems to light up every 2 weeks. Water's doing good now. Okay. Wow, I mean, I just put that in and it just built up so quickly. No straight road. Go a little bit beyond because I want to do a connection down that way. We can get another community built in there. Let's extend the water pipe a little bit. More high rise along there. You can get away with low commercial there. Maybe some more high residential here. Along here. So I just want to keep the population growing, flourishing, because we got to get those pops up if we want to hit the next milestone. Plus, if we're putting assets down, they are going to cost us money out of this every week. And we need a way to replenish that money. Kind of neat now that I know that this actually launches a rocket. I kind of would love to see that rocket go up. Yeah. That'd be kind of neat. So really, I think, yeah, that helped a lot. On this road here, it's nowhere near as busy as it was. Oh yeah, traffic flow went from 63 to 65. This isn't bright red anymore. I mean, this is still busy because it's really the only way to get into any of this. So, I might I really should have another junction that connects there, but nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Okay. What other cool things do we have that can be plopped down? So, never really had a look at our Ricos. Self-sufficient housing. Cliff. An actual Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree with Thrive right here. Here the concert's going. Yeah, Nestor's over there rocking it out. Wow. Their band's so big they're able to play in 2 venues at once. Nice. Oh look, McDonald's formed right here. Gonna make this historical. Oh, academic year. Students are doing good. A little bit of growth. Still unrecognized, but And they're still doing toga parties, those guys. Historical. The morgue's going full tilt. People are just dying to get in there. Yeah, Alright, so these little strips that I put here, these were originally meant, I think, for some hotels. Zoo, tourism and leisure. Pond park? Bridge park. Ooh, a skate park. Probably be cool in here by the beach. Put that asset in. Those are cafe tables you can just place down. Beach volleyball court. Oh yeah, definitely. Get a couple of those down. Ski jet rental. I think this has to be, yeah, it's got to be placed along the shoreline and you can't put it on E. With them fishing piers, Sidewalk Cafe. I might want to put in one of this bridge because it looks nice. Maybe it can go in over here. Bridge park. Park with birches. Tiny playground, tiny park. I mean, we don't have a nature reserve, but I don't really got the space for a nature reserve, I don't think. Personally, that's just my opinion. And there's so many plazas now with the plazas and promenades DLC that they came up with. The gherkin. Where can we put the gherkin? The pickle. The gherkin might be interesting over here, considering we already got parking, and yeah, it'd be something to check out while you're taking in a game. These things I don't know if I'd ever want to build because they're kind of unique to places in the real world. Do you really want them in your make-believe city? You know? Football. I think this is an American football stadium. Really, if I was going to build another football stadium, it should be built over here somewhere. You got two facilities over this end of town already. Got our baseball diamond over here for our major league team, and then we have our soccer team plays here. I suppose you could get away with putting the football team in here, and then that way all the sports venues are pretty close to each other. Yeah. I don't know. How on facilities. You always got to keep checking those. Especially things like garbage. Wow, it's still way in the green. Landfill usage is not, you know, it's... I don't even think I got landfills anymore. I mean, the sections that I put in for garbage, I think are doing pretty good. I mean, really by rights, I should have one down here. And I do think once the airport is built, I definitely need a garbage pickup facility down here. Because the airport will probably generate a lot of trash. You know, a lot of trashy people flying into Senior Citizen City. Well, I don't see the main reason, but you know, I honestly think, yeah, they'd be coming to check us out because we are an old town. And maybe they feel that, you know, they can get away with a lot of stuff. All right. What do we want to experiment with? Because these trains here, that's freight. And I don't remember if you can get freight and... Can you get freight, just passenger on the train line? No, can. Can't buy any more tiles at the moment. Should go back and, you know, maybe have a look at City Planner Plays or even Biffa. Just kind of, because those are the two really big guys that I know of, the two Skylines. I mean, two of them are struggling with Skylines 2, and neither one of them is really doing a lot of Skylines 2 content. Why? Because the game sucks. And, you know, they won't come out and say it, that it sucks. But it does. It's a resource hog, and Colossal Order has nothing, or has had nothing but trouble with that since they tried to roll it out. I mean, that game's development for what they decided to build it on and what they decided to do with it should have taken a lot longer to get it rolled out. You know, I wish companies would be more patient like Blizzard in Entertainment, but in recent years with Blizzard, they're rolling games, pumping them out too quick. I mean, like, how many Diablo games did we get in the last little while? And they all sucked, right? I'd still play Diablo 2, to be honest. I've actually thought about covering that game on the channel. It's so good. So there's one for you if you're looking for suggestions. There's another one that we could probably do as well for building. I think might be fun. I know I do got the Kerbal Space Program, but I mean, that uses apogees, some really scientific stuff. I bought it because it looked kind of cute, kind of fun, but I really don't know if that's a game that I might want to cover. But there's another one similar. It's a space race kind of game, and it's easier to do. You just basically, you know, feed money into a particular thing, and then you wait for the testing to happen, and you got no control over it if it's going to succeed or fail. And you kind of do the space race against other countries. So that might be an interesting one to, you know, maybe try. Or maybe it will just break the mold, because everybody may be recognizing my channel as just a guy that does city builders and does survival horror and likes a little bit of sports sprinkled in with it. And to be honest, I like a lot of genres of games besides my strategies and those type of games. Maybe we'll load Just Cause 3, because that's a really good action game, and you know, maybe that one might be fun to cover. Maybe, or maybe GTA 5. I mean, I do have the enhanced version of that. We could check it out. Maybe Mass Effect. I don't know. So those are all games that I own and I've thought about doing videos on, but I don't know. If you want to weigh in, you can certainly do it on this video, or you know, maybe just pick another video on the channel and let me know. Shoot me an email. I don't know. Whatever people prefer to do these days. Let me know what you'd like to see on the channel. But Senior Citizen City, like Rock, right, is going pretty good, and I don't really see too much more really that we can do with it, except for just trying to stuff the population up. You know? What areas we got here? Not enough educated workers. Okay, well, I guess that means we need more schools. And what we're really struggling for is more rudimentary elementary schools. All right, so let's see. Do we have a high capacity elementary? We don't, do we? High school, elementary school. I think we need one down here because nobody can get educated where they live down here. So let's plop a school in there. We can also plop maybe a high school down the street from it. Yeah, let's do that. That'll shut these people up. We're gonna roll out some educated people here soon. That don't look too bad, a placement for that. So again, those are things like as you build a community, you need to make sure you got your assets down because the buildings won't grow unless they have amenities. So in that area, did I get a hospital down? I mean, I got the big one there. Did those cover the zone? Yeah, well, I guess we're all right there. What about fire? Fire's still green all through here. Looking good. Let's say I don't think we did too bad of a job with the fire coverage. Yeah, well, maybe over here is a little less to be desired. Let me have a look at this fire station. This probably needs some upgrading. Yeah, this is an old style firehouse. Let us demolish that son of a bitch. Yeah. Let's get rid of it. And let's put in a higher capacity fire station. Big, huge, high capacity fire station. Because I've done nothing but struggle with this area over here for the longest time with fires breaking out, but maybe with a high capacity one over there, maybe it'll happen less. Oh my goodness. Somebody is croaked at the local convenience store. The outlet shop. Okay, the corners came in. Don't worry, folks. We'll drag his ass out of here. He will not be shopping here anymore. Literally. Anymore. He's not shopping there anymore. How is our metro doing as far as people riding this? Oh, we're doing good. Oh, 27 people on it though? That sucks. Just the back and forth of that, it's really helping. Well, not one of my best designs, but tourism looks like it's actually not doing too bad. Come on, people, get educated. I mean, I gave you some schools. I really did. You want another public library over here? Because I could stuff one down your throat. No, just let's see. Public library. Could I get away with putting one? Yeah, I think I could probably use one over here. Not the ideal spot. It's on an arterial road, but I'm throwing it in there. I gotta help with the education problem. You got a little garbage pickup problem over here? No, we got a truck. Oh, he's at 100%. He ain't gonna be dumping any garbage off there. He ain't picking anything up. A garbage truck coming down to take care of that? I really don't know why that garbage truck drove down that road and turned around where he was already at 100% capacity. considering where he came from when I spotted him. So really, in my mind, when it comes to Skylines 2, I think what they should have did was just taken this, what they already have, and just upgraded it. I mean, this game would have been great if they would have added in everything that they did with DLCs, made it part of the base game, added in the seasons. I don't see why they couldn't have done that with this. We do got some winter maps and stuff, so just add in some weather and seasons, because we do got disasters and stuff. So I think, you know, they could have added that in. And then maybe just give us, you know, more roadways and things of that nature. More assets of things that are in the real world that people could use to put in. Like maybe have it that you get an extra achievement if you can build all 7 wonders of the world. Something of that nature. I really don't like the route that they went with Skylines. I mean, the way Skylines 2 builds the roads and the highways, I love what they did there. You know, making curves and the game putting in the proper lanes and everything. It does a great job of that. But I think because it's so good that way, it really sucks up a lot of resources to try to get that to work. And I don't know why it's always been a thing for years and years and years. Game really pushing the graphics and going, oh my god, we got to make this look so good. So why is it in Skylines 2, when you zip down this close and you look at the little Sims going by, why they got them so bloody detailed? Why the motorcycles, you can see the chrome on them, and you know, why the buildings need that when you zoom into them, you can see the reflections in the mirrors. Really, when you're playing the game, are you really going to be looking at that shit a lot? I mean, let's be honest with each other. We're not. We're not going to be looking at that. Most of the time when we're building our city, we're going to be up here like this. But I ain't going to be looking at the details. I mean, I take a time, usually every video, to zip around the map by clicking on one of the simians, I guess you'd call them, and just say, you know, like this guy, like, where are you going? And just follow him around for a little bit, see where he's going, see where he's off to. You know? But I do notice, like, when I'm in this view, for example, and I'm looking at the city, I do find it kind of behaves like a real city. I mean, yes, traffic isn't zipping along, but, you know, in a big major city like this, can you be honest and say the traffic flows like that in the middle of the day? Like, rightly? No. Not really. I don't think so. Yeah. Our day-night cycle back on. Because right now we're kind of just waiting for things to build, grow. Cool. Got a little death wave go there. I mean, really, you can't even do any more with the park. I mean, the park is doing good, even though it's all spaced out. It's huge, but it's good. It looks good. And I do like this feature that we have, although I don't like the fact that the cops drive through here. Oh, look at that. The little pillars going out. I didn't know that. Let the cops out. Nice, nice, nice. This is a beautiful area right through here. I think we did a good job on this, separating the 2 sides of the park with that. I mean, and then there is some spots that are in the city that are complete trash that I'm not so fond about, but, you know, really, do I want to do anything about them at this stage? Not really. I think the major fun part of this game is, you know, really getting things to work. And I think maybe if the focus would have been on those things for Skyline 2, I think it would have been better. Like they completely changed the way the economics work. Why did they do that? I have no idea. Apparently, from what I've been told, I mean, I tried the game briefly offline for a few hours, but what I've been told is that there's no challenge at all to make money in that game. This game, if you don't start it off right and get things going, you'll run out of money quick. You'll go bankrupt. But I guess in the other game, no problem at all to make money. Everything makes money. You know, and I liked that they added in things. Yes, this is just kind of basic, that the upkeep is $320 a week. Okay, so, you know, what upkeep is there? What does that entail? They never got into that. But they could have did that with the Skylines too. They could have made it so that there was a few other things you had to look at. Maybe you had to more closely look at your unemployment rate, so that if people were not getting jobs in a particular area, there was a way you can look at that in real life, that maybe you need more education centers, or that you need your schools in a certain area. And if you're going to plop down an asset like an aquarium, right, it does need to be near the water, where you can have boats and have people specializing in the water, and that schools around that area that you put them in, that's what the courses that they offer. Like maybe you could click on the school building and say, I want this to, you know, the school to be kind of industry focused on this, or the people that come out of here are, you know, focused on getting jobs in the tourism industry, or they want to be airplane pilots. I don't know, but I think they could have went that route, more so than really changing the overall game, thinking it was going to be better that way. Because, you know, I do a search on YouTube for Skylines 2, and what do I find? Nobody's building cities. They're all bitching about it. You know, or is it any good? 2025, you know, 100 days spent in City Skylines 2, and you know, they have the people shown on the covers of those videos that they're frowning or they're angry. No happy folks when it comes to that game. Oh, lovely. Sun's going down. Oh, this is our orange fields. They're oranges, right? Oranges. Yeah. I actually knew somebody that used how they used to say orange. They didn't say orange, they said orange. Yeah. Not that I'm making fun of it. I just think now that I'm older, I think that's kind of cute. Right? And it's funny too. Speaking of being a little older, maybe a little bit more aware of your surroundings over time, the things that you maybe don't really notice when you're a young person. You know, you go through an old yearbook or something and you look at the people, and then maybe you might remember it as a kid. Oh, Sally Mae Joe, or whatever. Oh, what an ugly skank she was, blah, 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 blah. You know, or nobody liked this person. He was a complete, you know, asshole or something. Then you go back through the yearbook and you realize that they were all children, right? And you have kids of your own when you get older, and then you appreciate that, and then you're like, wow, they're all so cute, all of them, even the ones that you thought might have been, you know, freckled and redheaded. And, wait, what's the saying? My redheaded stepchild, yeah, whatever. Yeah. As the sun sets down in our city. All right, let's put this into. Have we done a cinematic camera? Let's have a look. Just take a little glide around. This is the old part of our city, I believe. Oh, there goes one of the big new fire trucks. Yep, that's what this is. This is near, I'm pretty sure this is near the area, or close to the area where City Hall is. Okay, this is over by our park. We're focused in on a bus stop. Grab a little sip of coffee as we have a little zip over of our freeway that goes over the top of a few roads. That's another thing we never got to do yet too. So maybe I will stick with the series. build a little bit more. It's just not as exciting now that I kind of got everything in. So I guess maybe what I'll do, we'll try it on a monthly schedule. So next month I'll release another video on this. Play for an hour like we do, and see if we can tweak, maybe do some more beautification. Maybe we'll start looking at areas that aren't as nice or we don't feel as nice, and maybe we can start to tear them down a little bit, change them up a little bit. Like, look at that roadway there. What a shit show that is. Look at it. It's not straight or not. It's like I think I could do better with that. You know, you want to get to be a better builder. That's how you learn. You gotta be willing to tear stuff down once it's in. This is our big industry zone there. That doesn't look too bad. And it's off the highway where it should be. Oh my God. Look at the people waiting at that bus stop. You see a problem with that. Too many junctions in the roadway there. That's our Metropolis Hospital there. Yeah, that's our big subway platform. See another public library there in the distance. All right. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, save the game here. And when we come back to this next month, this will aim for the 1st of what are we into now? October. We'll aim for the 1st of November, and we'll come back, and that's the plan. We're going to try to beautify things and maybe change a few things and just try to overall make things a little bit better. So if you're liking my coverage of City Skylines 1, make sure you give me a like, make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell notification so that you know when I've posted a video, because now it's going to be crucial, because if I'm only doing them once every 30 to 31 days, you're going to miss it. So make sure you do that. I'd appreciate it. YouTube will love you for it. I mean, not too often they scratch your back. They love it when you click the like button. Really do. Anyway, till next time, folks. This is Old Guy Plays 1969. Bye-bye.